ಡೈಲಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರಾ? ಬರೀರಪ್ಪ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಮ್ಮ ಡೈಲಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ 5 ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ? ಆಯ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ, 10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್. 10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ತಲೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. What is the time duration you read without distraction? 2 hours. Absolutely no distraction. No touching, means seeing the phone, thinking about something else. Means momentary is fine, idde irutte. But without seeing outside things like Facebook, WhatsApp, 2 hours. 50 or 15? 50. 1 hour. 2 hours. 1 hour. Okay. So we'll start with yesterday's newspaper. 114 seats migrant quota cleared for J&K Assembly. So this is important. Why? You know that after abrogation of Article 370, okay, so Jammu and Kashmir is in news for its political reasons, for security reasons, okay. So you all know that the exodus of Pandits, that means in Jammu Kashmir in 1990, one movie also came, right? Kashmiri Files. So the Pandits from Jammu and Kashmir were removed from there, means they left that, okay, in the fear. So in order to give justice, justice to them, so government is thinking reservation for them. Okay, let us, means some, for example, in our Indian constitution, like Anglo-Indians, earlier reservation was there in Lok Sabha. So now it is removed. Why? Earlier the smaller quantity, that is fewer people are there, so that they need representation. The same way in Jammu and Kashmir, how to give them opportunity to come back to that place. So they are thinking of giving representation for them. Okay. So 2 bills are cleared in Lok Sabha yesterday. So number of seats revised. Okay. Migrant quota cleared. So migrant quota means, that's what in 1990 what happened in Jammu and Kashmir. Lok Sabha passes the bill. Amit Shah says reservation of seats for those displaced in 1990 will ensure that voice of the community is heard loud and clear in the new house. So reorganization bill increases to J&K to 114 from 107, is more compared to earlier. 9 seats are reserved for the scheduled tribe for the first time. See, 9 seats they are reserving for STs. This is for the first time happened. Then also that Anglo-Indian concept is copied here. Anglo-Indian concept is copied here. So Lieutenant Governor, that means Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, can nominate 3 members to the assembly, 2 members from Kashmiri migrant community. So they are giving option 3 members he can, out of that 2 must be from the migrants, with 1 woman and 1 member from among the people from POK who took refuge in India following the wars of Pakistan 1947, 65 and 71. People in that, one is compulsorily women nomination should be there. Another is one who has taken refugee in POK area, Pakistan occupied area. Okay, so in 1947 and 1965 and 1971. So in 3 years, this 3 years war happened with Pakistan. You know that. What is the reason for 1965 war? So 65. Kargil war recent. That is very recent one. Okay. 2000. Kargil war. 1999. So not earlier. In 65. And this also, I think, one movie is there. Movie ಹೆಸರು ನೆನಪು ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. And this also in 1965 also. For everything, one movie is there. 47 movie is there. Even 71 movie is there. Post consultation attend. Anyone attend ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋರು ಅದು. But occupy which part? Is it POK area or something else? Same place only. Okay. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸರ್ಟನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ. ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ? ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಈ ಸತಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದೇವಪ್ಪ. ಈ ತರದ ವಿಚಾರಗಳು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. Go and read again. So because this is important, our neighboring countries, what happened with China, what happened with Pakistan? Okay, so it almost the issue is same only, but what is the triggering point, how it happened, when it happened? So it is part of your syllabus, post consolidation after independence. Okay, so mainly they are talking about political consolidation. In that, wars are also important with neighboring countries. Okay, anyway, coming back to this. So the reservation bill seeks to replace the term weak and underprivileged classes in J&K to other backward classes. Word also they have changed. Okay. Here, okay, only that is the important aspect. So you have to write in your answer. That's it. What is happening in Kashmir? What is the new way? So now number of seats are increased. Actually, delimitation commission also changed the constituencies. You know that we have discussed. Some arguments also came. So traditional Muslim majority areas were reduced in this delimitation act. Means one area is completely Muslim. Instead of giving one area for Muslims, so this part they are joining to this area, this part they are joining to this area, this part they are joining to this area, this part they are joining to this area. So these 4 constituencies are having a smaller portion of Muslim communities. So they cannot say completely their choice. So they are purposefully made like minorities was the allegation on the delimitation commission. Okay. So if the same question is asked in interview, what is your answer? So delimitation commission has done like this. What is your answer? Question artha aitala? Election purpose ಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? So Vijayanagar constituency, Kengeri constituency, Rajajinagar constituency. Okay, it is up to delimitation commission how to divide it. So because MLS will be representing from each place. So it is not like okay, Vijayanagar should be in Vijayanagar constituency. Not necessary. Part of Vijayanagar can be added to Basaveshwar. Part of Vijayanagar can be added to Kengeri. Part of Vijayanagar can be added to Okay, Rajajanagar. It is up to delimitation commission. Okay. If in interview they ask this question, in Jammu and Kashmir, this is the allegation that Muslim majority areas or some community areas are spread across different constituencies so that their voice is not heard. Put the answer, Harish. Yeah. Hmm?
They do that, they can't make them as one constituency because of the population. Even though it is Muslim majority, the whole place can't be.
Why? Why it cannot be done? When this can be done, why not this? Tag parala.
So it is not that the voice is not like.
ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ it is administrative conveniences the election from the purpose of election, conducting an election. Okay, for the ease of conducting an election, the constituencies are decided. Okay, so they have to take into consideration, you have to talk about the technical aspects. So they have to take into consideration of the population per area should be almost same. So in this area, it is not like 12 lakh and another area, it is only 7 lakh. It should not happen like that. So it should be so equal. Okay. So they have to maintain that ratio. So number of, the population and the seats, the ratio, that is each MLA should represent this much population. So considering all those things, they will be dividing the constituencies not based upon any community or any area also. Like Vijayanagar, area, nothing like that. So district is Davangere, but for election purpose, part of Davangere may be added to neighboring district, correct? Shimoga. So that is different. This is different. This is for election purpose. That is for administrative purpose. Okay. Election purpose goal is every representative must be equally represented. So that is the goal in front of delimitation commission. So it is very difficult, like we have to make, it is not like that we have to make particular area as one and remaining. So they will be dividing based upon population map. Okay. So it may be disadvantageous to some communities. It may be advantageous to some communities. Okay. So obviously they are not thinking in that lines. Technical things ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. Okay. Is it clear? That's what you have to say. It is in India, we don't have a communal representation concept for this community, this leader, that community, that leader. In democracy, means parliament or state legislative assembly, a leader means a representative will be representing all the communities in that area. Okay, it is not that one particular. Earlier it was there, communal representation for Muslim community. One Muslim person will be there in the election. Hindu means Christian community, Christian person will be elected. So before independence, we had that concept, separate electorate concept. Separate electorate means for each community one representative. In democracy, there is no place for that. So one representative must address the concerns of each and everyone. So, and also it is, if you are making like one particular community, one constituency, we are encouraging the separatist tendencies, the conflicting tendencies. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? So ನಾವೇ ಅದನ್ನ encourage ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is a Muslim area. This is a Hindu area. So let us fight. No. So it should be, all communities should be equally represented in that particular constituency. So these allegations always be there. Okay. But we have to look at what is our boundary. Okay. What is the wrong thing in it? So it is all type of people should be there in each constituency. So that is what the delimitation has commission has done. ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 lines. So sir, it has done its duty to organize the constituencies as per the maybe advantage to some community and disadvantage to some other community, but okay. So government needs latitude to make peace, CJ. So with respect to Assam issue, what is Assam issue? So the people from Bangladesh, okay, people from Bangladesh entered into, especially the northeastern part, many are in Assam, okay. So in 1951 around, even our constitution itself has given the provision, whoever you may be, at that time, if you are on the Indian land, whether you are Pakistani, means at that time Bangladesh was not there. So Pakistani only. So you are Pakistani, you are a citizen. Means nothing like that you are Pakistani, you are Indian only. But you know that after the state formation, people started migration from Pakistan to India. That means East Pakistan, not from West Pakistan. From West Pakistan, there is no such only terrorist infiltration, that kind of activities are there. But migration is mainly from this East Pakistan side. But when in 1971, that war happened with Bangladesh. So by that time, many people, because of that war, so entered India. What is the problem with the states, especially northeastern states and particularly Assam? So Assam, original people, that culture itself is getting transformed into other culture because of this illegal immigrants. Okay. Why you are saying illegal immigrants? The law means they made up to 1961. Up to 1961, whoever is there, so if their fathers and that they will be considered as part of India, no problem. But after 61, whoever is entering India, they are considered as illegal. So they should not be entertained, allowed. So for that purpose, Assam people, Assam groups were fighting. And finally in 1985, in which year? 1985, Assam Accord was signed. Assam Accord means understanding between two countries. Assam Accord was signed. Central government and so that we will stop these people from migration. Okay. So that for that purpose, NPR, National Population Register. Okay. What is NPR? Oh, what is that? So actually that is the record, that is the proof of our citizenship. Other is not a proof of citizenship. Whether you are a citizen or not, your name, if it is there in NPR, that you are a citizen of India. So is your name there? in NPR? ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯಾವಾಗ ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ? NCR? No, that's what I'm saying. Sorry, NCR. National Citizenship Register. Okay. Aadhaar and other things just talk about population. NCR will talk about citizenship. NCR. Okay. So, is your name in NCR? ಇದೆಯಾ? ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ? So, that operation is not carried out. It is applicable for all India, but other states or the other people, that is not a big issue. For them, it is very important to identify who is citizen, who is not a citizen. In other states like Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, so that is not a big problem. It should be implemented, but no hurry, no urgency for anyone. Actually, that is the proof of our citizenship. Once that entry of all the citizens in that register happens, so then you can say yes. And for that, they may issue one card also. Okay. So then you can say that this is a proof of citizenship. Okay. But in Assam, so that is like important, inevitable for them to differentiate. So they said that, okay, we will carry out this operation. So NCR. But in 2019, they said Assam card, okay, they also believed, okay, it will be done and will be given our importance back and illegal migrants will be not accepted. But in 2019, what happened? Citizenship Amendment Act happened. So in that, they said that before 2019, those who are in India for 5 years, okay, if they are from, other than Muslim community, but from Muslim countries and persecuted people, means they are in trouble. For them, the citizenship will be granted. That means from 2014, if you are in India, okay, by 2019, you will be 5 years completed. So now you are citizen. Okay. Even for Muslims, another 2 years. The natural thing says 7 years. Okay. So in 85, you accepted, okay, we will not entertain these migrants. Now you are making a new rule that says that forget about 61, that is blocking up to 61. You are allowing even till 2014. Correct? Means now also in future also anyone can become citizen. That means there is no value for this Assam card. You signed agreement, we believed that, but you are not giving value for that. You are now allowing anyone to become citizen of India. So, and easily, if you are saying that from 2014 to 19, they are there since 61, 71. So easily they will become. No, 61. There are two things. Some part they decided from 66 to 71. That is before this India-Bangladesh, that means Pakistan war with, in 1971. After that war, so many people came. Okay. So in that card, they also mentioned, okay, up to 61 immunity was given. Because many people are there, their father, their mother, somebody is there, even their children can be accepted. But later, so will not accept. But in a card, that 66 to 71, okay, so means two categories were made. Before 61, one category of people, 66 to 71, that is already their parents are there. What about their children? So that kind of issues are also handled. But after 71, strictly no. Because after war, immigration. So why I said 61? Because it is depending upon 61 months. So you cannot take like, okay, parents are part of Indian citizens and their okay, son or daughter is not an Indian citizen. Anyway, that was somehow fixed in Assam card. But in 2019, again, it is backseat. That means, again, you are saying that there is no validity for that. There is no meaning for that agreement now. because you are allowing everyone. Okay. So in that aspect, okay, there is a big issue. I cut short it into just few minutes. Itra issue. So that's what he's saying. Government needs latitude to make peace. If at all you want, okay, peace to be established in Assam. Okay. So every compromise made is never perfect. Just because you compromised, it is perfect. No, you cannot do like. The state of Assam was riven with a strife at that time. So I hope ಅದರ ಇರೋದೇ explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. So that's what they are talking about. Assam Accord 85, New Citizenship Act 2019. Okay. So that 85 accord was by between Rajiv Gandhi government and Assam at that time. At that time, Rajiv Gandhi government was there. So in order to stop this protest, everything, so finally they come to an agreement. You must give the government that latitude. Even today, there are states in the northeast affected by insurgency and violence. Chief Justice Chandrachud heading the Constitution Bench. Yes, no more we are like Assamese. Outside people are dominating. They are people only contesting for election. They are only winning. Where is original Assam? Okay. See here, everything the same. I explained everything. See, infiltration into Assam leading to the destruction of the local cultural identity. See, illegal immigrants in Assam been rewarded with a citizenship because of this 2019. Instead of punishing, you are giving them citizenship. So that is basically it's violation of 6A of the Citizenship Act. We are following Citizenship Act 1955. Originally, 55 is the first Citizenship Act. Later, modification, continuous amendments. Got it? They are changing the aspects in the Citizenship Act. So in that 6A will not tolerate the discrimination. So here you are doing that discrimination between the states, one state and other states. So that's what the argument is going on. Okay. It is difficult. That is like that amendment is applicable to whole India. You cannot exclude only for Assam. So it's like a two-edged sword for the government. Old agreement is also correct only, and new one, it must be applicable to whole India. You cannot say that it is not applicable to Assam. Equality violation. What they can change?
Because these are so
what you can change? So this 2019 Act is not applicable to northeastern states. Then again, one more case will be filed in the court. Equality. That's what I am talking about. That provision only. Equality is not maintained in the state. All laws are equally applicable to every citizen. Something article Article 14 and 15. So again, somebody will challenge that. If not, so Assamese people are fighting. I don't know how and what kind of solution they will arrive at. It's very difficult. One side, vote bank politics. If they are there, we'll get votes. So politicians will think like that. Those who are not getting votes from those people, they think that no, they are immigrants, illegal immigrants. How will you tolerate them? Kick them out. It's all about their own benefits, their own gains. But ultimate sufferer will be Assamese, original people.
Citizens hold the
No, that's what. Till now, that was the case. Illegal migrants, so you can take action against them. Now you are only giving opportunity. Forget about 71. If from 2014, if you are in India, you are Indian citizen. Okay. So some small difference is there between Hindus, means Muslims and non-Muslims. So India is, see, there is no, they are not telling that. Okay, two things. What is the in world, there are no many Hindu states. If Hindu majority country is not protecting Hindus, who else will protect? That is the agenda of the existing government. But technically, they are saying that they are persecuted people. It's our responsibility to protect. Since from the beginning, we are giving opportunity for everyone to become part of Indian citizen. Yes or no? Only thing is some simplification we are doing. That's it. Nothing else. It is not new concept. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಇಡಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅಜೆಂಡಾಗಳನ್ನ ಅವರು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಹಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ? ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಾರ್? Any person in the world can become Indian citizen. So this is saying the same thing. Only some changes, the year changes and all those things. Because why you are reducing from 7 years to 5 years? Because they are suffering in that country. So we are for the human rights. So they should not suffer. Then why you are not allowing the Muslims for in the same scenario? They are in the Muslim country only. They are not persecuted. They are not suffering. One who is suffering, for them we should allow. On the humanitarian basis, we are allowing. And the case of Pakistan, their region itself has been a state region. They are in their majority. They are part of majority. They don't have any problem. So those who are in problem, for them we have to accept. That's why we have reduced some relaxation, nothing else. No original new concept. Original constitution itself allows anyone can become Indian citizen. Clear is that. So because of their persecution, they are facing problem there. We are relaxing some years, nothing else. ಇದನ್ನು ಹೊಸ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಡೌಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That's what. Till yesterday, they were illegal immigrants. After announcement of this act, suddenly they are also citizens. That's what Assamese people are telling. You promised that in 85. What happened to that promise?
Why didn't they consider this issue while making the...
Because larger issue, whole nation they are thinking. Assam is just one state. But Assam is major one. Others is a different insurgency, and that is there. They are not opposite. Means for them this problem is not. That is different issue altogether. Only Assam is having this problem in particular. Clarity sikta illo. So always it is like that only. When you are looking at the bigger issue, so you cannot focus on individual issue at each and every moment. Whole World War I was being fought. Okay. When the British were in India, they were supporting Muslims. When World War I is happening, they did not support Muslims. Earlier you used to support me. Because whole world is important. At that time, you were just this much. When whole nation, they are taking decision with respect to whole nation. Assam is just one. Okay. And it is also very difficult to nullify that. Agreement is made. And what sort of justice will you? It's difficult. That is what is the fight. ಹೇಳಿ.
First of all, our country, we have our highest population. And then our country was denied citizens of our country were denied the resources.
See, Then you stop all in Citizenship Amendment Act. No one is allowed to become Indian citizen. First, tell me, are you ready to do that? Then why you have given that provision earlier?
Definitely not, but that doesn't.
No, why? Explain. There is a concept. Explain me. ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವರಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ?
Back then, this was not the issue.
How?
Completion. When the constitution was being.
At that time, compared to their resources, their problem, that itself was big. In 50s. ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ big. It is not like that we don't have problem or something. Will you allow someone to your family based upon whether you are having resources to feed them or not? It is a feeling of proudness, ma. It is somebody is interested to become part of your community, you will feel proud. Okay. So, but means through proper channel, not like illegally. So you are asking about illegally. That's what concept new even now also says the same thing. Illegal migration. Illegally people are coming to India. Okay. So that is not allowed. Even today we say the same thing. But suddenly in that also Citizenship Amendment Act also it is not telling that illegal migrants are becoming citizens. But unfortunately that practically that illegal or legal, that is very difficult to prove. They are in line with it is not you are not against. Even today that is it is saying the same thing. If you are illegal migrant at any point of time, you are illegal, means it is not acceptable. But it is very difficult to show that you are illegally migrated. Now because of technology and all, you have so many options maybe. Earlier, that much solutions. They will say, I am here only since 20 years. It is not one case. You can prove it, but it is not one person, many people. Okay. So it is very difficult. Means it becomes a big operation. So keep on proving that who are originally here, who are not. That is what that 85 Accord says that. So prove that. That proof for that only NCR you have to generate. Then only you'll get a list who are originally Indian citizens, who are outsiders. Then kick them out. That purpose of that NCR is the same. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಏನು ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ?
Necessary.
That's what I said. For you, it is not necessary. For them, we are the only Hindu state with the whole world, means with majority population. If we are not protecting, who else will protect? That is their thing. But technically, they are saying they are persecuted there. They are facing problem there. So for that purpose, okay. ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. For that 2005, which is a political, you can read it. Power to people, okay. Again, political thing, you can read it if you want. Then MP index reduction under NDA is flawed. Already previously also we discussed this topic. So multi-dimensional poverty. Poverty is happening because of multiple reasons. It is maybe lack of food, lack of education, lack of employment opportunities, lack of means quality employment, then lack of health. Okay. So lack of representation, political representation, instability, or law and order situations. Okay, COVID kind of scenario. So multiple reasons are there. Okay, for the poverty. That's why the MPI, multi-dimensional poverty index, MPI is okay announced. So both at international level as well as at national level, this MPI is announced. So nationally with international organization and Niti Aayog, together they will announce. MP index reduction. So what they have said that multidimensional poverty in India has reduced in the last few years, especially in the last 1 decade. But they are saying that it is flawed. The data is not correct. Earlier also we discussed this. Now also we are discussing, but with a different data sets. Okay. Why they are saying that India government is saying that it is a successful story. Means we are able to reduce the poverty in our time. The present government says that. But author is having a data to show that the what data you are showing that the poverty is reducing. So that is not correct. So we'll focus on the data. Topic concept again the multi MPI index, how it measures the poverty with different dimensions. There are many demands that many more things to be added to that, because there is means the causes for poverty list is big. So whatever is there is not sufficient. You have to add few more things into it. Okay. So you all know that Amartya Sen, so Nobel laureate, who also talks about how the poverty should be measured. So here, let us directly come to story. United Nations Development Program, UNDP, okay, use this MPI. Okay, in India, with the help of UNDP, Niti Aayog announces multi-dimensional poverty in Indian context, state-wise, how the states are performing. It seized upon the capabilities to construct an overall measure of human development with the uniform weights of the three components. So it measures basically on the three parameters: health, education, standard of living. Okay, human development index concept. But here for poverty measurement. Okay, so but equal weightage: health, education, and standard of living. So this we are using human development index. If human, see, there is a direct correlation. Human development index, if it is good, so poverty will be less. Okay, so MPI and HDI, there is a direct correlation. But HDI is having only three components. MPI is having many more components. HDI is having many more components, whereas this one is having MP is having many more components. HDI is having only three components. Okay. Following this methodology, Niti Aayog and UNDP released recently National Multidimensional Poverty Index. Okay. For India, they have released new directions for human development in Asia and Pacific, released on the November 7th. Hence, these reports suffer from the same flaws as UNDP Human Development Index. So we are also copying the same thing. That means whatever arguments are there, because I said, see, poverty is not just because of health, just not because of education, not just because of your living standards. It is multidimensional. Correct? So, and also not equal weighted. That is an important thing. You are saying equal. Education, and it is given 1/3 weight. Health, 1/3 weight. Standard of living, 1/3 weight. Equally. That means if you are not educated, you will become poor to the some extent. If you are not healthy, you will become poor to the same extent. Is it correct? Question artha aita? You are educated. another person is not educated. Assume that educated person is having 1 lakh rupees because of his education. Uneducated person is not having. Another person unhealthy. Okay. Another person is healthy. The healthy person will be having 1 lakh and unhealthy person will not be having that. Can you compare exactly the same thing? There is no exact correlation. Poverty and education correlated in a different way. Health and poverty is correlated differently. Standard of living and poverty correlated differently, not equally. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಇದೆ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, you all know the elasticity concept, right? What is elasticity? Anyone? So rubber, if you put in a effort, okay, what will happen? It will stretch. If the force is applied, it will stretch. Okay. If a force is applied for this, it will not stretch. So this is inelastic. Okay. Rubber is elastic. So here they use this. Okay. For whom have completed the economy, they know that it can be applied to any concept. This concept. If you are educated, how much poverty is, whether poverty is elastic or not, first thing. Elastic. If you are more educated, your poverty will come down. So it is elastic. Relation is there. It is not like a no effect at all. It is not at all affecting. So if you are healthy, your poverty will come down or not. So they are elastic, but not exactly same. Education and poverty related elasticity is different. Health and poverty elasticity ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅವ್ರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. First of all, you are having a flawed approach to say that number of poor are less. Second thing, you are not covering many more factors into picture. Third thing, they are talking about a survey. What you are using is not whole India survey. Few people survey will not reflect whole India. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ? Just by taking your data, can I come to India's poverty levels? So they are telling about that. See, it is claiming that the MPI value declined from 25% to 15%. That means that much reduction in the poverty. 25% poverty was there. Now it is 15%. So it is an achievement. 10% we have reduced. And this reduction of almost 10% implies about 135 million people have exited the poverty. They are saying that in the last 2015 to 19, 135 million people are out of poverty in 4 years. So 131 million means 13.5 crores. 10% of our population is out of poverty within 5 years. And besides this intensity of poverty, one is just poverty. Intensity means how, to what extent. You know that poor, chronic poor, severely, correct, no? So like that. Intensity of poverty, which measures the average of deprivation among the people living in multidimensional poverty, reduced from 47 to 44. Intensity also reduced, they are saying that. Poverty intensity, that means suffering is too much. That also reduced from 47 to 44. So there also we have achieved. But these estimates, especially the rapid reduction in MPI, cannot be taken at face value. Now they are explaining reasons. What is the problem with this calculation? MPI relies upon the National Family and Health Survey 4 and 5. They are using a National Family Survey 4 and 5 data, which are not detailed enough for its estimation. That data itself is not covering all aspects. Then how can you say that National Family Health Survey is mainly focusing upon health and not covering whole India, some set of people. So using that, you are giving poverty level. NFHS 5 is blocked as its estimate of open defecation contradicted exaggerated because, see, fly in National Family Health Survey Report 5, it said that zero open defecation happening in India. ಕಣ್ಣೆದುರುಗಡೆ ಇನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋ ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ how you are claiming this 0%. So that itself is a fraud. So complete elimination ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಂಡದ್ಮೇಲೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ? An eminent demographer who led NFHS 5 was suspended. Okay. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿವಿಯರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಡಾಟಾ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಟು ಶೋ ದಟ್ one flawed data is shown to prove other right thing. Okay. While the survey was blocked for its alleged unreliability, Niti Aayog and UNDP has no qualms about using it. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. 4 and 5 should have been combined with 75th round of NSS on household consumption expenditure. So this Central Statistical Office. Okay, so always they can conduct surveys. No, so you would have combined this with that survey household consumption to understand the poverty level. This was abandoned to as leaked poverty estimates indicated a rise. So this contradiction, that data which they collected showing that poverty is in increasing mode. So that data also is government sidelined. That data, because that is a like bad remark on the government. So that also they did not use. Ido nenpideyo illo nimage. So cartoon also we discussed. If the any international agency gives good rating for us, yeah, that is correct. We have like that. If they are giving a negative ranking or something, no, that is flawed approach. That is completely wrong. They are not considering that fact. So we are rejecting it. So we have to learn from what is the grudge of those people against us. Okay. So the same I am not saying that it is 100% correct. I am not saying the HDA calculation is 100% perfect. But the same calculation they are doing. There is a point to learn. There is a point to learn for India. Instead of doing that, you are got it. So simply rejecting it, it's of waste. And they are saying that, and evidence is also because of COVID, so many lost their life. So obviously GDP declined, everything declined. How can you suddenly poverty only also will come down? Actually, it should increase. So GDP growth declined 8%. It was in 2015. It came to just 3.78 before COVID itself. I also discussed this aspect. Government always says whatever happens because of COVID. Wait, before COVID itself, your growth rate was reduced to not even 4%. There is no COVID. After COVID, you are patching up. So means average you are taking, okay, because of COVID only, everyone says decline, okay, maybe because of COVID. So this data, before COVID itself, your growth has come down. Per capita income has also come down. Not just bare subsistence turned into... Subsistence means living itself became difficult for many people. Okay. And here they're talking about individual, that elasticity, relation between the individual things. Our recent analysis focus on co-varieties of the MPI that include per capita state income, its square, share of criminals among state MPs, urban population, health, education expenditure, unobserved state fixed effects. Okay. So, there are many reasons for poverty. Who is your representative? Is he a criminal? That also make you poor. Correct, no? If your MP or MLA is a criminal, you will become poor. How progressive state you are in, that also decides whether you are poor or you are going to become poor or rich. So, we compare elasticities of MPA with respect to each covariate. Now, one by one, these are the points you can write in your exam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In poverty, this is very important aspect. See, one by one. Largest... Okay. The first point, state per capita income is more means poverty will be less. The data from the last 5 years, 6 years, 10 years shows the per capita income has reduced. How can poverty reduce? Correct? With data we are speaking. Per capita income has reduced. How you claim that poverty has reduced? Direct relation. Second point. Urban location. If you are living in urban, will you become poor or rich? Poor. Because living conditions, everything becomes, here they are giving relation. 1%, but the cost of living also matters there. Okay. Multidimensionally. You are not just looking in money aspect. So multidimensionally poverty is counted. 1% increase in urban location results in 0.9% increase in MPI. Okay. Multidimensional poverty is increasing by 0.9%. This is not surprising as rural-urban migration is associated with the growth of slums and subhuman living condition. Because of the living condition, they will become poor. Earning capacity is fine, one side. 1% increase in urban location. Existing, already some people are there. If 1% more urban population is increasing, the MPI is 0.9% increasing. First understand the relation. Yes, because more slums, more unhealthy conditions, so that create health problems and they will become poor. However, reverse migration during COVID explain why the effect on MPI is less than proportionate. So evidence is also there. At that time, people left urban area. No, at that time, MPI changed. That clearly shows that the migration to cities is having impact on the MPI. No, they are saying relation. This is not calculated like this. That is what is the concern. You are taking something else and just showing that poverty has reduced. So that's what they are discussing. You have to take everything into account. So they'll ask suggestion, no? You write exactly the same para. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 1, 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. You can write. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. With data is there. Whether you remember data, I don't know, but points are important. Both healthcare and education, then they are related. See, elasticity of the latter is higher when they are comparing health and education. Elasticity of education is higher anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ compared to health. They are not equal. Health and education equal component alla. Elasticity of education is higher. Yes, true. 1% increase in the education reduces MPI more than same increase in the farmer. If you are improving 1% in education levels, 1% in health levels, which gives more benefit? Education gives more benefit. That means reduces poverty more. That is true. Third point. Artha aita? Then fourth point. Fourth or fifth point. The number of criminal cases against the MPs exceeded 20%. Okay. And also MPA was also higher. See, MPA is means showing in a bigger number, but you are not correlating exactly. But it can be related. That's what he's saying. If more criminals are there in the power, so more chances are that poverty will be more. So how in the last 5 years, 20% more cases against MPs, MP is also rising. So how it is linked? Because of this. Okay. So they are saying that they'll become corrupt and they will take the funds away. Automatically, people will become poor. So 20%, 24% of winners in Lok Sabha had a criminal background. Now it is 30% in 2009. In 2014, it is 34%. In 2019 election, it is 43%. In 2024, it will cross 50%. And they are comparing what may be the data. The reduction between 15 and 19 is considerably lower than official estimate. 4.7 percentage points compared with 10%. But it may be, if you take into picture all of this, it may be reduction in 4.7%. Our selective review of MP estimate shows that poverty rose in India most populous state Uttar Pradesh by over 7%. State-wise, if you see, some states actually it is increasing. They are saying that Uttar Pradesh. Okay. And this elections happened now. Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Mizoram, Rajasthan, Telangana. Okay. So MPI fell in Chhattisgarh. So that is good. And Rajasthan 2% down. Madhya Pradesh 8% down. And there the governments are different. That also we can infer. You are claiming everything in your region. Where the regions are opposite, there actually the MP has slowed down. Okay. In conclusion, not only does MP exaggerate the India's success in fighting deprivation, but also perhaps more seriously obfuscates the conventional measure of it, which may unravel the contradictory story of power. So there is a lot of contradictions. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು ಈ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಬರೆದಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಡಾಟಾ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೊರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪಾವರ್ಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್, ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್. ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನಂದ್ರೆ GST collection creating a certainty. Your collection, you are always boosting that every month highest collection 1.6 crore, almost ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 1.6 lakh crore. That much GST collection every month, almost the same. Fine, now at least think of reforms. You are collecting highest, good. In GST there are many more things left, like petrol is outside the GST, tobacco is outside the liquor is outside the GST. Please try to bring them and make it really uniform. So many reforms are pending. Please create a complete certain market. Means everywhere the same. Next. Why? Because it is giving more revenue. That will come down, right? For petrol and all, they are collecting more than 50-60% tax. Okay. Even more than that, I guess. If it comes under GST, maximum you can put is 28%. Liquor also same thing. They are collecting more. So ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಡುಕರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಇದನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. It is increased, no? At least it should no come down. But actually it has increased. Data says government revenue data. So more collection. ಅದೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ, 100 ಅಲ್ಲ 1000 ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ನು ಕುಡಿಯೋದ್ರ ತಪ್ಸಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಪ್ರೂಫ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಏನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಏನೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಲಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ನ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಎಷ್ಟಾದ್ರೂ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಕುಡಿಯೋದ್ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Read this. Who is responsible for means impact on the environment? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಗಳು. You must read this. And here I wanted to discuss this role of special inquiry committee. This you can read, China and US. Okay, ಇದನ್ನು ಓದಿ. ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾಳೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿ, ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. Okay, that means there are different committees in the parliament. For what purpose? Different functions are there. So ethics committee is there, and okay, housing committee is there, library committee is there, different aspects. So this ethics committee is in picture now because of 2 issues. Her story only. Okay. So Mahua Maitra. So who took money for asking question in the parliament. So now it is in front of ethics committee. So it is it ethical or unethical? Okay. So there is no clear definition. How to say this is ethical, unethical, which is vague. It looks unethical, so it is in front of that committee, how they will decide. The same way earlier also one MP took one more lady as she is my wife for some purpose, who is not her real wife. For some purpose he told her as a wife. Okay, so it again representative, so it is unethical act. So that was also before ethics committee. Okay, So this committee, the role of special inquiry committees of the parliament. Okay, one liner if you want me to say, they are not having like, okay, so they should neither acting like a exactly court. They don't have that much this thing. But some committees are using that power, like handing over the case to CBI or something. Please give the summary, then we'll take the decision about this. So it is not clearly defined. So about that role of special inquiry committees, to what extent it is contributing, so that they are discussed. Okay. Okay. ಓದಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅದೊಂದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾಳೆ ಸಾಟರ್ಡೇನಾ? ಸೋಮವಾರ ನೀವು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ